was afraid of this.
Why you gotta go with the negative?
Past trauma.
Oh, it's me. Okay, I'm today. Okay.
Okay, I got all the names written down for you.
Okay, I'll do. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Should have had this in a different venue.
Yeah, for sure. Always.
All right. I'd like to call the November 12th, 2024 Elkhart Community School Board meeting to order. If you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Ms. Mullins, the Elkhart Promise.
Absolutely. The Elkhart Promise. Every student is known by name, challenged and supported by highly effective staff, and in partnership with the community will graduate career, college, and life ready.
Thank you, Ms. Mullins. Invitation to speak protocol. First of all, thanks. It's great to see a large crowd here today. I understand we're going to be honoring some folks, so that's always a good thing. But if you'd like to speak, we have a protocol that's kind of detailed in this pamphlet that you should have been on a seat or received one. If you want to speak, please fill out the form on the pamphlet and bring it to Dora over here in the corner, and she will collect those and then give it to us at the appropriate time. Our invitation to speak protocol, if you please come to the microphone when your name is called, announce your relationship to Elkhart Community Schools and your name. Each statement should be 3 minutes in length. Please only, no more than one topic at a time. If you have any issues with students, teachers, employee issues, please note this is not the opportunity to voice those. We have a protocol in place that we can hear those issues and get back with you. This opportunity is to speak on agenda and non-agenda items during the meeting. So with that said, I will open it up for public comment. Do we have any? Are we sure? Okay, perfect. All right, so we will have Ms. Kripe please step forward for the iRead Perfect Scores.
Good evening, Mr. Scott, members of the school board, Dr. Huff, families who came tonight. I am so excited to be here. This is my favorite school board presentation. So I'm so happy to be here tonight to introduce 27 students in our school district who had perfect scores on the third grade iRead test. 6 of those students were second graders. And in case you don't know, this last year was the first year that we had second graders take the iRead test. So we did have more students pass the iRead in second grade than 6 students, but these kids were able to pass the test with a perfect score in second grade. So, and then we have 20, I wish I had a remote. I'm going to drag this around. Then we had 21 students in third grade who got perfect scores. Now, I want to tell you the passing score is 446. So you can pass the iRead test with a 446, but that wasn't good enough for these kids in this room. They took it to the top and did 650. Wow. So tonight, We are Mr. Frank Surge is Director of Secondary Education, and he is absolutely thrilled that he gets to help me hand out certificates tonight because we are sending your kids with perfect reading scores to middle school and high school one day. So first of all, we're going to introduce everybody, all our kids. We have Mr. Surge who has certificates, and we also have a special cookie for all of you. So when we call your name, we're going to have you just come up, get your certificate, your cookie. We're hoping this all works out in order. And then afterwards, after we're done, we're going to go into the other room, the reception area, and we're going to take some photographs if that's okay with you, okay? You always have the option to not have your child photographed, but we would certainly love it to have the whole group get a photograph, okay? So we're going to start with our second graders. You ready, Mr. Surge? You didn't look like it, so I was a little worried. Okay, we are going to start. Jake? Okay, first student, Shane Donnelly, would you please come up? Shane is a student at Eastwood School. Right here, honey. Oh, did you? Okay. Okay, all right, okay.
Want to stay up
Next
there?
student is next second
Shane, you
grader.
stay. Shane, stay up here. Come right.
Oh, sorry, honey, stay up here. Okay,
They can stand right up here in
Yeah.
front.
Yeah, and you know what, Shane, if
There
it
you go.
gets
Right there,
too
see?
crowded,
You
just
see your
like
picture?
bring yourself right around here. We got you.
all right,
Okay.
we're gonna get this. Okay, Una McCuddy, Eastwood School. Una. Emma Clifford from Mary Feaser School. Tegan Dooley from Mary Feaser School. Melanie Kantz from Oslo Elementary. Okay, next student is Eli Decker from Riverview Elementary. Okay, now we are ready to introduce our third grade perfect scores.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Carter Anderson from Cleveland Elementary. He may look familiar to some of you as his father is principal at Elkhart High School. Yeah. Mr. Anderson is also excited to have this many kids pass the I Read Perfectly. Okay. Olivia Gardner, Cleveland Elementary. Blair Miller from Cleveland Elementary. Felicity Dute from Eastwood Elementary. Serenity Marks from Eastwood Elementary. Grayson Gallagher from Mary Daly. I got the wrong person? Oh, Jake. You know, I got to blame the tech guy. Okay, are we good now? Grayson? That's great. Okay. Prim Browning from Mary Feaser. Jonathan Compliment from Mary Feaser. Okay, who did I forget? Owen. Owen Myers. Sorry, Owen. Owen Myers from Eastwood Elementary. Right there, buddy. Over there to Mr. Sir. Anaya Towns from Mary
There we
Feeser.
go. We got 27 of them.
Julia Raidline from Roosevelt. Evelyn Vargas from Mary Feeser. Brielle Eads from Munger. Ximena Rojas. Ximena. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay. Is she here? There she is. Henry Balch from Pinewood Elementary. Jacob Hawkins from Pinewood Elementary. Lucas Sharp from Pinewood Elementary. Serenity Vincent from Pinewood Elementary.
Troy, direct him down a little bit tighter.
Sawyer Klein from Riverview Elementary.
Everybody scoot down. Scoot down.
There's two more kids.
Is Sawyer here? Okay, all right.
Keep going.
Alexa Lopez Ramirez from Riverview Elementary.
There you go, guys.
Kevin Aguilar Munoz. Is he here?
Do it again for those.
He's so good with little ones, isn't he? Okay.
It's like a big grandpa.
Okay, yeah. Grandpa Frank, okay.
I know. His big hands are really freaking out.
All right. Parents, I want to tell you, we more than doubled the number of kids with perfect scores this year from last year.
Yay.
So this is very exciting. And please, let's give these kids a big round of applause.
Nicely done, you guys. Yay! Yay! Great job, you guys. You guys should be so proud. So proud.
Yes, they make us proud. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, parents, you're welcome to stay for the entire school board meeting because I'm sure you want to.
It
But
doesn't get any
just
better
in
than
case
this.
you don't, we would like you to go out to the lobby area, the reception area with your kids, and we will try to herd them and get them to get a good picture. Okay? All right. So we'll meet you out there. If you can just start gathering out there.
Thank you.
Congratulations, kids.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, parents. Congratulations. You're welcome. There you go. Good job. You little turkey. I had no idea. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you.
We see them all done how many we had for the last few years.
Yes. You guys, great job. And parents, hey, great job. Yeah, like phenomenal. Great job. Look at you, Cliffords. You got it. You know what? All of you. Thank you, parents. Yes. Good job. Thank you, parents, grandparents, all you people, all people. Everyone. Yeah, you are. I'm hard for those. That's so exciting. I know. I was like,
Just open up the little bit.
I go.
Kelly, we got to go.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Great job, all. Love you. Great job. That was so exciting. See that? This is what we do this for. Right there.
No,
Great job.
That's not easy to do. Curly.
I'm gonna need Dwight's phone number again, but I don't maybe yet. Well, because I need to give it to Mr. Willis. I thought I sent him a text message, but I think I sent it to somebody else. I think we should just adjourn. On that note,
Right. Finish at the top.
Finish while it's going good.
Oh, we've got the excellent of Elkhart next.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
you know what? That's right.
Yes,
I'm
we'll
excited.
we'll keep the positivity going. With the perfect scores, it was impressive. I was telling Dr. Huff, we had some people over on Saturday night, and of course I was going through the board packet like anybody should do on a Saturday with people over, and I got to the section where they had all the kids. So I was going around people going, and look at this. Well, here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And so I kind of made my way around the room, and it was a bunch of Penn Harris Madison.
I was
and
going to
St.
ask you.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Penn Harris Madison and St. Pius parents.
Uh-huh.
So
You
yeah,
were like, your school's too full. You should come to
right.
ours.
I took great
Mhm.
pride in doing that. So we will keep the positivity going and get to the excellence of Elkhart. Aaron.
Hard to beat that one. All right. Thank you, President Scott, the board, Dr. Huff, and the community. The past 2 weeks, at many of our schools, learning about the election process went beyond textbooks. Students dove into interactive simulations, organized mini elections, created campaign posters, and even voting booths to mimic the real-life experience. This hands-on approach allowed students to explore the excitement of campaigning, understand the roles within the government, and grasp the importance of voting, all while building skills in public speaking, critical thinking, and teamwork. They created engaging ways to bring the democratic process to life. And congratulations to our Elkhart High School Air Force JROTC Raiders. This past weekend, they competed, I think it's been 2 weekends now. They competed in the 2024 Raider National Championships at Fort Knox, ranking first in the JROTC teams in their division and 7th overall. And we're so proud of them. And it was really great to see them at the Veterans Day Awards ceremony. All right. Congratulations to the Elkhart High School Spell Bowl team, who achieved an impressive second place finish at the Indiana Association of School Principals Academic Spell Bowl Championship. The team showcased exceptional spelling skills and dedication, competing against some of the top schools in the state. Their hard work and team spirit made us all proud. Well done, Elkhart High School spellers. Moving on to arts. There we go. Last weekend, the Elkhart High School's theater department brought us the hilarious Game of Tiaras to the stage. Packed with Disney-inspired characters, the slapstick comedy reimagined Shakespeare's King Lear with a Monty Python twist, offering plenty of laughs and unexpected plot twists. The cast and crew fully embraced the whimsy, and audiences loved every minute of it. Also in the arts, our high school and freshman division choirs have given an outstanding performance for their fall concerts. Each group showcased their talent and hard work. Wonderful job both to the singers and also to the directors involved with those. In the line of music, our middle school and high school band students also delivered incredible fall showcase, highlighting musical talents across the district, creating an unforgettable evening filled with energy and skillful performances. I think they're wanting me to take a picture. All right. The walls of Bristol Elementary have come alive with a beautiful display of student artwork. Each piece reflects the creativity and hard work of our talented students, adding color and inspiration for everyone to enjoy as they walk throughout the whole building. And on to athletics. Max Malloy and Otto Richter of the Elkhart High School boys cross country team recently competed in state finals. Both had excellent showings, including a top 10 eighth place finish for Max. Congratulations to both of them for all their hard work throughout the whole season. And Northside Middle School Assistant Principal Mary Wisniewski was recently inducted into the IU South Bend Coaching Hall of Fame. She was honored alongside 3 others in the inaugural Hall of Fame ceremony, so we are very proud of her. And finally, future happenings. November 14th, we have Parent University. The 16th, we have the district-wide chess tournament, as well as the Oslo Holiday Bazaar. And November 18th, the elementary spell bowl will be competing. And then 27th through the 29th is Thanksgiving recess. And as always, please continue to follow our social media for up to minute updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
Thanks,
Now,
Erin.
go take your picture. All right, next on the agenda, we have a transportation update. Brandon Berger.
Good evening, President Scott, members of the board, and Dr. Huff. I thank you for your time this evening and for allowing me the opportunity to present. My name is Brandon Berger, and I'm the Interim Director of Transportation. Up on the screen is my contact information should you never need to contact me. Just a little bit about me. I come to you with over 8 years experience in transportation. My passion is transportation, and I thank you for the opportunity to serve you and our community. We serve the community, and as such, the following quote captures our commitment to our students. Excellence in school transportation means more than getting students from point A to point B. It's about ensuring safety, building trust, and creating a welcoming environment on every ride, every day. Elkhart Community Schools has 130 buses in our fleet. We have on staff our own mechanics that maintain our fleet to the highest of standards. Although the school bus is one of the safest vehicles on the road, we must have a yearly state and police inspection. We conduct this inspection over a few days. Typically, they're done over the summer, but we're proud to report that we have a we see a 100% passing rate on our inspections. Our next inspection date is for November 19th, where we will have our semi-annual inspection on our buses that are 12 years or older. Our transportation stats at a glance. Right now, we're sitting on 107 drivers on our team. We have 35 helpers. We have 15 claim drivers. We have 2 new drivers in training, which is great. And our current number of routes is 93.
Berger, can you explain to the community what a helper is so they can have a better understanding?
Sure.
Thank you.
A bus helper is there to kind of help with discipline. They're also there on special education routes to kind of help get the students on board the bus, into their safety seats, and that's sort of those things.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. 107 drivers is the highest number of drivers that we've had since 2019, which is great. Our helpers are prioritized for PACE, Title I, and special needs routes, with any remaining assigned to general education routes. Claim drivers are retired or part-time drivers, providing additional flexibility. And with our claim drivers, they fill in for unusually low attendance rates, field trips, and routes as needed. As I said in the previous slide, we have 2 drivers in training right now. They are currently learning pre-trip inspections, parking maneuvers, and on-the-road driving skills. Training takes on average about 2 to 4 weeks. This training typically results in a 100% passing rate at the testing site, which we're extremely proud of. The department prioritizes safety through rigorous training and procedural enhancements. Emphasis is placed on maintaining high standards for driver qualifications, implementing thorough pre-trip and post-trip inspections, and reinforcing safety practices on the bus lot. The addition of the Vector online platform aims to further strengthen training programs, ensuring that drivers and helpers are well prepared and aligned with departmental policies. The transportation team is focused on fostering a supportive, family-oriented work environment, which is seen as essential to achieving safety and reliability goals. Initiatives like team building activities and optimizing the routing process demonstrates a proactive approach to the improvement. The creation of a new assistant manager role also shows a commitment to enhancing support and operational efficiency within the department. With the goal of improving student access and reducing our walking zones, the department is working closely with our long-standing routing provider, TransFinder, to optimize route planning. This includes preparing for the upcoming transition of the 5th and 6th graders to the middle school, where route adjustments will play a significant role in ensuring safety and safe transportation across our district. Ensuring the highest safety standards on every ride is crucial. This includes ongoing training for our drivers through pre-trip and post-trip inspections and maintaining protocols that protect both students and staff. Transparency in operations, clear communication with parents, and consistent reliability fosters trust. Parents in the community should feel confident that the department will keep students safe and informed. A transportation department that's committed to accessibility ensures all students, including those with special needs, have reliable access to school transportation. Engaging with the community involves being responsive to feedback, attending local events, and educating the community about transportation policies, changes, and improvements. A sustainable approach, such as optimizing routes to reduce fuel consumption, shows a commitment to the environment and community health. A commitment to quality involves evaluating and improving services based on evolving needs, technological advances, and best practices. This helps the department stay proactive, ready to adapt, and always focused on offering the best possible service. And lastly, the transportation, it is complex with challenges, but the commitment is to make it a top-tier team that attracts people that want to work here. Thank you. Are there any questions?
I have a few questions, if I
Okay.
may.
Yes, you may.
They'll be easy, thank you.
Okay.
One of the things I know that you have prioritized, and first, for your first presentation, I want to say thank you. Outstanding job. Appreciate it. Can you talk to us about a couple of things that you're doing to make sure that you have a cohesive culture over in the transportation department, and some of the things that you've implemented over like the last 3 months to make sure that we address things such as morale or employee concerns?
Yeah, definitely modeling good behavior. There's no surprise that there is been low morale in the department. So we've definitely been trying to work on that. People haven't been wanting to come to work, which we're trying to change that. We're trying to make it into a more family kind of environment, which is what it should be. Drivers have come to me and said that, you know, how it used to be back when they used to sit in the break room and play cards with one another. You know, they talked about life, and it hasn't been that way. So we're definitely trying to change that. We've had departmental meetings where we kind of tried to address those issues, and then also to kind of set forth expectations moving forward.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I think actually 2 weeks ago, maybe you met with your whole driving team to talk
Yes.
about expectations.
Mhm.
Can you just talk about a little bit of those things that you covered?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, modeling good behavior. We talked about setting forth good examples. Coming to work, leaving your problems at the door. We learned that with our pre-service class that the state puts on. You know, when you get behind the wheel of a school bus, your focus should be on the road, and it should be focused on, you know, the people around you, you know, so you're not having accidents. So definitely focusing on those areas.
And lastly, if I may, one of the things that I discovered, I attended the same meeting that you attended, is that we have a lot of drivers in our fleet that have tremendous skill and that they have great ideas on how to make our transportation services better. I wanted to say to the drivers and to you that those conversations, some of the concerns were very valid, right? So that we talked about. And I think when we access the people in the room, they can help us solve some of those issues. So I walked away very impressed with how some of the people in that department wanted to take the lead to make it better. They didn't ask for any additional, but they just wanted to be heard. And I wanted to say thank you for providing that opportunity. It was nice that we met with all the transportation staff maybe 2 weeks ago over here at the auditorium here at the high school, and all of them had an opportunity to ask questions about their role in the department. And the number one thing that I picked up is that they wanted the professional learning paths. And I think that's something that you are also working on as well.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for this co-presentation that we did, but I wanted to mention, I wanted to make sure that
Appreciate it.
everyone got to know your name and face, and you've done
Okay.
a wonderful job there, and we appreciate all you do.
I will add, it was a great presentation and informative. Kind of a question, I think you possibly have answered this with answering Dr. Huff's questions, but, you know, as I drive around, it's almost every school district, in front of the high school, there's a bus parked in the yard, and it's got a big sign, you know, hiring drivers. And so we know there's a shortage, it tells me there's a shortage everywhere, but we have 107 drivers, the highest amount since 2019. And there's probably a reason for that. So, I mean, you know, what would you say is kind of responsible for having 107 drivers, the highest we've had in 2019 when everybody else was looking for drivers? What would be the attraction?
People just want to work for Elkhart Community Schools. They see how excellent the school corporation is, and they just want to work here. So we have a steady flow of applicants coming in every week. And so we're doing interviews, you know, things of that nature. But people just want to work here, which is great.
That is great, especially in this environment. So
Yeah.
job well done.
Thank you.
What's the longest tenure employee that you have over there?
Oh, goodness. Rick Van Ness, I think he's been here 52
Were you
to
speaking to the
54
microphone?
years.
How many years?
52 to 54 years.
Yeah.
Good to-
He's so
Ellen
cool, too.
Coget, I
Isn't he,
think
though?
she
He's so
has some
cool.
competition out there. So
Yes. And he is, when you see him, he is always smiling and waving. It's just sweet because he comes through my neighborhood and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. Like he sees me walking my dog and I'm like, hey, he's always so, and it's like, I find the transportation department to be extremely fascinating. He talked about the safety check. So it's been a long time since I've rode on a bus, but riding on a bus is phenomenal. You guys should try it. It is, when they get there in the morning, they have to get there so early because they have to check like the battery, make
Yes.
sure everything's okay. Gas has to be done. I've walked through that checkpoint, check all the windows, check all the seats, check the back. You have to open and close everything. You have to click, 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 turn everything on, make sure everything's set. And then they do it like over and over again. They do that morning and night. And so it's not just like I get on my bus and ride. It is a serious deal. And they take it with such like that. It's so serious. And despite the morale, they stay because they want it. It is a family. And I've seen it when they played cards and had volcanoes together. It's you're good. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate you and all the work, you know. So yeah. Just it's cool. I like transportation.
Any other comments,
Why am
questions
I
from the
not
board?
on that? Why am I not on that?
Brandon, thank you.
Thank you very
Great
much.
job.
Why am I not on it?
Next on the agenda, the consent items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Do I have any discussion or comments?
At $15,214.15, we have people to thank. And that is the 4-H for giving $1,000 to the Mary Daly School to grow their poultry and garden club. The AFJROTC received $525 from Air Excel, care of Rose Napier, and $1,300 from the Bristol American Legion Post 143, which if you guys ever have an opportunity, they have the best fish fries on Fridays. And that is for them to extracurricular needs, competition, and anything that they might need. And you'll start to see things starting to show up as we prepare for the military ball. Athletics has $1,000 from Fitzpatrick Media, the District 1 Grow Program, $514.15 from McDonald's Greater America. And once again, our beautiful and giving Phyllis Tubbs has donated $7,000 to our athletics department. The theater, so our Games of Tierra, they received $500 from JLB Builders. And then, like I've said it before, and I'll say it all year, it'll come out of nowhere, but Elk Logics Robotics received $2,500 from Lippert, care of Kara Bowman. $300 went to Pierre Moran for Bring Change to Mind from Mr. and Mrs. Cronkite, and they also received $300 from Sports Time and $225 from Tri Kappa. So again, we ended up with $15,214.15 from our beautiful community.
I always compliment you on the reading, and I like the way you started with the 15,214 reasons to be making a comment. So
Yeah, we just keep rolling, you guys. Please, as we move through this agenda, do not bring us down. I'm just kidding.
I will do my best. All right, any other comments or discussion on the consent items? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have new business. Mr. Thorne, tentative agreement.
Thank you, President Scott, members of the Board of School Trustees, and Dr. Huff. This evening, the administration is seeking your approval of a tentative agreement with the Elkhart Teachers Association. This agreement covers the period beginning July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Prior to the beginning of formal negotiations with the ETA, a public hearing was held on September 5th so the community could give public testimony regarding permissible subjects of bargaining. Representatives of the ETA and the administration commenced formal negotiations on September 19th, and we reached a tentative agreement on October the 15th. Members of the ETA have ratified this tentative agreement, and the Board of School Trustees, as you know, held a meeting on November 1st for the purpose of discussing the tentative agreement in a public meeting. Since all of the prerequisites to approve a collective bargaining agreement under Indiana law have now been met, I'm requesting on behalf of the administration board approval of this agreement.
Do I have a motion on the tentative agreement?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Do I have any questions or discussions from the board? Seeing none or hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The tentative agreement passes unanimously. Great job, everyone. Next is the resolution.
Tonight, the administration is seeking your approval of a proposed resolution authorizing supplemental payments to teachers in excess of the salary specified in the school corporation's compensation plan during periods of time when the number of students assigned to those teachers exceeds the normal number of students assigned to those teachers for purpose of instruction. The resolution that's been presented to you provides a payment during a quarter when their numbers exceed a certain enrollment figure, and we are hoping that you could approve that resolution this evening. Happy to answer any questions related to that same resolution.
Do I have a motion for the resolution? I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Do I have any questions or discussion regarding the resolution? I may have one. Hang on. If I can find it.
Doing the same thing at this moment, Mr. Scott. We had so many pictures of perfect iRead scores. It takes a while to get there.
I know. I believe me. I spent my Saturday night doing that. I think it was. I can't find it now. I think it was answered earlier. So if I have it,
Where to find me?
I know where to find you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously carries. Now on to old business, the 2025 board meeting schedule.
Thank you. Tonight, the administration is presenting for your consideration and approval a proposed schedule for meetings of the Board of School Trustees for calendar year 2025.
Do I have a motion? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and I have a second. Do I have any comments or questions regarding the board meeting schedule? Seeing or hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously carries. Next, under old business, the 2024-2025 Student Parent Guide. Mr. Thorne.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. As you know, on an annual basis, the administration makes revisions to the Student Parent Guide. This document provides vital information on important topics for both students and parents or guardians on topics such as the use of technology, expectations related to assessments, attendance, protections that exist for students and families under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, as well as procedures we utilize related to weather delays. As you recall, the proposed revisions were first submitted to you for your consideration during the October 22nd meeting, and tonight the administration will be seeking your approval of the Student Parent Guide as revised.
Do I have a motion on the 2024-2025 Student Parent Guide? I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any discussions or questions regarding the guide? Seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next, we have revisions to Board Policy 0165, notification of board meetings.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. The administration is seeking your approval this evening of a new bylaw which governs the procedures which would be used by the school corporation in order to abide by various different statutes related to the scheduling of meetings of the Board of School Trustees, along with the issuance of notice of these meetings to the public. As you recall, this was presented to you on October the 22nd, and tonight we're seeking your approval of the same.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Do I have any questions or discussion? Seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right. Next, under old business, we have Board Policy 0164.1, regular meetings. 64.2, special meetings. 164.3, emergency meetings. 164.5, members participating in meetings through electric means of communication. 164.6, meetings during declared disaster emergencies. 165.3, notice of emergency meetings, and Board Policy 165.5, series of meetings or gatherings. Would you like me to go through those again? No? Mr. Thorne?
Thank you. With your approval of the new bylaw 0165, all of those policies that you've just carefully read through can be rescinded. So we're seeking your approval to rescind those policies tonight.
Do I have a motion to rescind?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor to rescind?
Aye.
Opposed? Consider rescinded. Lastly, we have Board Policy 5460, graduation requirements.
Thank you. Tonight, the administration is presenting for further consideration and approval proposed revisions to the board policy governing graduation requirements for Elkhart High School students. These proposed revisions will allow students to obtain physical education credit for their participation in activities such as junior ROTC, marching band, competitive athletic, and other extracurricular programs where physical activity is a substantial component of the activity, such that the academic standards for physical education can be met by the students' participation in those activities. As you recall, this was also presented to you during your October 22nd meeting, and tonight we are requesting approval of this policy.
Do I have a motion on Board Policy 5460?
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and I have a second. Do I have any questions or discussion? One question. The sports programs, is it all inclusive that are listed in the board policy?
It is not all inclusive. It really focuses on an assessment between the physical education instructor and the coach as to whether or not that particular athletic endeavor meets the requirements for to receive a PE credit for that.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other questions or comments? Seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we can hear from Dr. Huff.
Thank you, President Scott, members of the board, community. It's been a great couple weeks here in Elkhart Community Schools, but I want to also quickly give a huge shout out to Westside Middle School for their outstanding Veterans Day program that they put on yesterday. It exceeded not just my expectations. I think it risen to what we expect in Elkhart Community Schools. The kids were phenomenal. The list of people who they had there were phenomenal. We had members from the city there who were serving as the MC. I think the mayor spoke as well. But for me, the most powerful piece was there were it was filled with veterans from our community, and they flat out said that Westside does this the best in our community. We also have veterans who work for us here in this room, and I must say that I'm very proud that they serve here. So if Mr. Inman, thank you for your service. Mr. Quiet, thank you for your service and your ability to say no to things. We really appreciate you. But I also wanted, those are very important reminders that we know that freedom isn't free, and that we have walking history that's here in Elkhart, and the kids really soaked it in yesterday. I was very proud of the way the kids, not only, we often talk about the way kids behaved, I looked at how the kids lean into learning there at Westside. So hats off to Carrie Leader and her team yesterday for a fantastic job with the Veterans Day program. Also last night I had the opportunity to attend our fall sports awards at the high school. Oh, jam-packed. We have lots of winners in Elkhart. For over 40 individuals were honored, for almost 40, sorry, for first and second team honor in the NIC for their work during the fall season. I won't go through the list of names, but Elkhart was very well represented. I will give a special shout out. Our football coach, Trayvon Curry, won the NIC Coach of the Year. And he was recognized. He got thunderous applause. But you want to know what the most applause was last night at the Fall Sports Awards? When we showed the rendering of the wellness center. But if you went there last night, the kids were screaming. And think about it, many of those kids won't even be there to enjoy it as students. But I know they're going to say we helped to build this for future students to come. So I just want to say it was great. Good job to Jackie and Buck for putting on that program last night. It was a great time. If you attended, I really think they do a good job of honoring our students' work.
I just want to add to that. Not only were the athletes, honored for their athletic prowess, but also we had several athletes that received academic honors both in the conference and the state. So
Yes.
a large number.
Yes, I missed that was one of my notes too. Also, many athletes were recognized at the state level. Thank you for
When
reading
you
my
turned the
notes.
page, I read it. I felt I had to jump in. I'm here for you at any time.
I appreciate you very
Yes.
much, Mr. Scott.
Very
Thank you
welcome.
very much. It was right there. It was second bullet from the bottom.
I can't.
Doug, he's trying to take in your territory. But look,
I know, I was just, honest to God, I was just getting ready to say that. I was like, oh.
I would also like to
this is
give
gonna go
a
well.
huge shout out to the administration team and ETA for the work they've been doing on the middle school transition committees over the last over the last month, but this has really been a conversation that's going on for months. The hours that they're putting in committee meetings, it is a lot. So I just want to say thank you to the chairs, and not just for attending the committee meeting, the communication that comes out of it. The goal is to keep the community informed. I think our next update to community will be this Friday coming from me, but I just want to say thank you to the administrators, the teachers, and all the staff members and board members as well for your work on shaping this. This is what we're doing is very important, but it has to be done well, has to be done right. And I think we're off to a really good start. So hats off to all of you. I would be remiss if I didn't follow up on a transportation issue that we had last week. Our goal here as a board, as a team, I'm not the board, but I am a member of this team, is that we want to make sure that we are responsive and we address issues that are brought forth in front of us. I think it's important to share the community how we address those issues. So when Mr. Berger gave his first presentation, you won't be nearly as nervous as next time around. You'll be fine. He's doing a wonderful job. He did a great job of meeting with that employee who expressed some concerns about not being heard. So what was the process? We met with her, and at 2 days later after that meeting, we had a conversation with that individual. The individual did a wonderful job talking about her history and what she was experiencing in the transportation department. Mr. Berger then put in a plan in place to meet with this individual, and then after that came back and followed up with the plan. I think it's not just important to meet with the individual. You need to put in the checks and to make sure that the plans are being implemented as well, but also sharing those same expectations with the entire group. From my understanding, I felt that she was heard. And has there been any other issues since then, Mr. Berger? No. So again, as always, I want the community to know that we take those issues very seriously. I want to commend the team, those 3 individuals right there, for jumping on that and allowing me an opportunity to chime in as well. But again, I thought the conversation from the employee, their perspective was heard. I think that she felt that they were adequately addressed. And if you're watching tonight, please know that we appreciate you bringing those concerns to us and allow us an opportunity to fix them. Lastly, our next board meeting will be on November 26th, and I look forward to seeing everyone there. And again, huge shout out to Mrs. Kripe for tonight's presentation. Very well done. We will be in a bigger location next year because we expect that number to double as well this year, right? So I'm going to propose that it be at Feeser Elementary School, since that's the principal that's here. So without anything else, I just want to say, go out there, say something nice to somebody, do something kind for someone. It'll make you feel better and them feel better as well. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to President Scott.
Thank you, Dr. Huff. Do we have any words from the board?
Just Aaron touched on the Oslo Bazaar that will happen this Saturday from 8 to 2. If you've never been to it, it's phenomenal. It's completely homemade items. So it's all of these people that have put their hard work into crafts, and like literally people come from everywhere to this event. So I just want to say thank you to Oslo for hosting it. They do a phenomenal job preparing for it. And our secretaries there do a great job of keeping everything organized. So that's like another perk that Elkhart Community Schools does. So if you've never been there, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. So
I just want to give a shout out to all the K through 3 teachers and staff. To see this many kids pass the iRead is I loved it. And I know it's hard work and it takes a team effort. And when everybody's working together, it's not just on the 3rd grade teachers or the 2nd grade teachers. They've got to get those foundations from the kindergarten and 1st grade teachers and the parents. And so being able to have everybody working together to get these kids where they need to be and see that kind of success. I mean, it was pretty exciting. I was very excited when I got the presentation in my board packet to see the numbers compared to last year. So I know that every year we hope to see it grow and grow. So I just want to give a huge shout out to the ECS team, because it doesn't get there unless we're all working together. So kudos to all of you and all the hard work that you've put in.
That was awesome with the iRead scores. It kind of seemed like it was a huge surprise for everybody to go from 14 to 27. So anyhow, as a goal setting, I would like to know what our number is for next year. Okay. And it ought to have it ought to be in the triple digits at least, I would hope. A hint, anybody listening out there. And also the Veterans ceremony yesterday was awesome. That's the second time in my career I've attended that, and it was very impressive. I did have a conflict, though. I noticed that my hand was going into my pocket trying to get a hold of my cell phone, and I was about to become in conflict with company policy here on cell phone usage. However, I did notice that the mayor had his cell phone out, but I kept mine in my pocket. So. Thank you.
why?
Mayor, if you're watching, that was completely Doug Weaver for
Yeah.
doing all that.
We had nothing to do with that.
Honestly.
I told him.
Oh, my Heavenly Father. We're shutting this microphone off next week.
On that, we'll adjourn.